Good morning. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to ParaMystic Podcast. I'm your host, Kristina Bloom, and I'm excited today because I have an amazing guest. We will bring her out in a minute. Right now, I just wanted to catch you up all up on some things going on. And Deidre, hi. I'm glad that Deidre popped in because Deidre and I are doing an amazing event together on February 22nd at 2 p.m. It's a Sunday, and we are offering an online gallery reading with two amazing psychics, her and me. So we will have that event up soon and inviting people to come and join us for that. This week, next week, I will be in North Central Wisconsin. I'm staying up there for about 5 days. So if there's anyone in that area who would like an in-person reading in the Minocqua, Woodruff, Tomahawk, Rhinelander area, give me a shout out and we'll set something up while I'm up there. And then next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the 14th, Valentine's Day, I will be at the Soul and Synergy Fair in Onalaska, the Cross area of Wisconsin. It'll be my first fair in a while. It's kind of an energy test for me. So come on in, get a reading, and love to see some people face to face for a while. It's been a while for me. So all of those exciting things are coming up this month. So with that, oh, wait, one more. February 17th, I'm teaching an online class at 7:30 in the evening Central Time, and that is going to be energetic hide and seek, and that event will be posted soon as well. So hope to see some of you there because it's a fun game to play. And with that, now I'm going to invite up my guest, Becky Jo.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? It's been forever.
I am doing really good. How about you?
Good. Good. Yeah, things are moving right along. Feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting back into life. So that's good.
Yes, same. It's a good
Yeah,
feeling, isn't it?
it is. It is. So what have you got coming up? What have you been up to? Spill it.
Oh my goodness. There's so much. So as most people know, I took like a 2-year hiatus pretty much to do some healing after my divorce. And um, so I've been kind of out of the game like you for a while, but then it's like last summer I was on the verge of selling my business. And I already had a job doing hospice lined up. I was just going to be done with everything. And then the universe was like, hold my beer.
Yeah, that happens.
So, um, I, over this summer, met the most amazing man that talked me into keeping my business. And he was like, I don't think you're ready to be done. I don't think it's you working a different job. Like, this is who you are. So, here I am. So I'm rebuilding my empire from the ground up. And
Awesome.
yeah, so I have so many exciting things happening with products. We have recently been approved to sell on Amazon, TikTok, Shopify, a whole bunch of really big platforms. So all of my
Awesome.
organic handmade products that I've always had, all the sprays and all of that. And plus, we're making incense now. So there's just a lot new going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have been asked to be on a documentary. So I'm super excited about that. We're flying to Miami on 3/3.
Wow. Nice
Yes.
day. Yeah.
Yes. And the TV show is called Women in Power. So it's basically a docu-series about powerful women that overcome like huge obstacles, and us warriors, we just keep standing back up and keep moving forward. And
Yep.
um
We sure do.
so I'm excited to get that out. It'll be about my healing, my journey of a healer, becoming a healer, and um overcoming things and stuff like that. So that's really exciting. I have a lot of stuff lined up. And actually, I'm going to be on Valentine's with you.
Awesome.
And it's
How
my
did you
first
know
show in a
that?
long time, too.
Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I have a lot of shows coming up, too. And that's it about me, just rebuilding the empire. And I I'm so excited to be back and just to be out of the cocoon phase that I was in,
Yeah,
and to actually, be living life my way.
I love it.
That's, yeah,
It's about time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That it was
I
rough for a
yeah,
little while, but you know what?
yeah,
The thing about people like us is that we have that strong connection to the divine, and that just carries us through things. And I wish everybody had that like we do.
yeah. I don't know, I mean, I kinda think that everyone has the opportunity to have that,
They
not everyone takes it.
agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed. Absolutely.
yeah,
Everybody has the opportunity, but a lot of people are afraid of it or are not willing to do the work
mm,
to create that connection.
yep. Good morning, Bill. Sir Sexy joins us this morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Bill is the, owner of Broadhead Manor, which is
Oh,
yeah, yeah, a haunted
nice.
location, a
Yes.
former school, and, it's one of my favorite places.
I
I
have
just feel
not
so at
per-
home there.
I have personally not been there, but most of my friends in the paranormal world have explored there.
Yes.
Know all about it.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The energy there is amazing. Um, so I have gotten some questions since we posted you being on the show, and the number one question I have gotten is, "What is a Celtic clairvoyant?"
So a Celtic clairvoyant is just a clairvoyant with Celtic Irish roots. So
Oh,
for me, my spiritual practice is always going to be respecting my Christian values that I was raised in, but also respecting the path that my ancestors took, that brought me here, because I wouldn't be here if those strong spiritual women did not come before me. And so we very much honor our Irish heritage in my family. And my grandmother raised me basically as Irish Celtic. So it's in my
okay.
blood. And I do I do use some of the rituals, with that in terms of, my gifts and my healing modalities and that type of stuff. That's the reason why I put Celtic in there, because I think sometimes, like, the healing holistic world that we work in is so confusing. It
It
just
is.
is. It's so confusing, and it's so hard to
Yeah.
know, and honestly, like, humans need labels. I don't need a label. I prefer to not have one at all. So that's just for other people,
Okay.
really, more than it is
Fair.
for me. But I do not give readings or healings in a Celtic accent, but I could.
That would be fun.
We could
That
try
would be
that
fun.
sometime.
I wanna say good morning to my friend Lorena who popped in. Good morning. Um, love you too, Bill. Uh, there is, so much misconception, like you said, like, everybody needs a label. Everybody's like, "Define yourself."
Yeah.
I exist. Is that a good enough explanation? I mean, is
Yeah.
that a good enough definition? Like, I'm choosing to exist in this physical form in this world right now. There's your explanation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it though, because I don't know that I would go to somebody who just said that, right?
No. No.
So
Right.
we do need labels. We do need some sort of definition of what we're doing, you know?
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just doing what our souls are calling us to do,
Yeah.
and serving humanity the way that we all do. And that's really what it is I'm just a servant of the light. I just do what I am here to do. I help people heal, and you know, whatever else comes through in their healing. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that I'm only clairvoyant to Celtic people, or you know what I mean? It's just I like to say I follow the Celtic path
Yeah. I love
and I
that.
celebrate it. Yeah.
I love that. And really that comes down to kind of a, I almost want to say like a tribal sort of thing, because way back when the Celts were tribal, you
They're warriors.
know? Absolutely.
And then
So let's, yeah.
the other side of my bloodline is Viking. So,
Yeah.
you
More
know, I mean,
tribalism. Yeah.
we're warrior spirits. I
Hmm.
mean, it's we're here to forge a path and a new way for humanity, and we each do it in our unique individual ways, and it's just a beautiful thing when you understand it.
Yeah, it really is.
Hmm.
Let's talk about the healing though. So if someone comes to you for healing, what is their base experience? I realize it's different for everybody. I realize everyone has their own experience, but when someone comes to you, what can they expect walking in the door?
Um, so whether you do it in person or online, I've been doing a lot of online healings as well because of the times we're in.
Hmm.
Um, but basically, when you walk through the door, you're gonna expect for me to welcome you. Absolutely no judgment. I want you to come in. Don't wear a mask. Don't wear a face. Don't pretend. You don't have to hide who you are in front of me. I want you to be vulnerable and raw and bring your garbage
Okay.
because I'm gonna help you unpack it and we're gonna help you set it down because it's heavy. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of things too with healing sessions where maybe somebody's stuck in something, or maybe there's something specific that somebody has been trying to overcome for a long time, but you just need a little guidance. You need a little bit of different perspective. And sometimes just communicating that, I'm very, one of the things I'm very good at with my gifts is not only, intuitively bringing through what you need, but also I'm very good at helping people see things that they couldn't see before. And
Okay.
so in that new vision and that new clarity, then they can make new choices. And I think that's a really important aspect of healing is it's we can heal all day long, but if we don't make different choices going forward, we're going to stay the same.
Right. There will be no changes.
There's no change.
Absolutely.
We have to do the work.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't ever want anyone to come to me and think that I'm going to cure you or that I'm the magical fix. There's no magical cures on planet Earth. And I know many will argue with me, but there is no such thing. It's pieces of the puzzle and it's tools. And so, as a healer and as a clairvoyant, that whether I'm doing a reading or a healing, basically my job is to give you tools so that you can heal yourself.
I love that. I love
Hmm.
that. Yeah, and I know I very much do the same thing, so I get it, and you and I have worked together to the point where we've shared tables, you
We
know?
have.
So
We have.
and we work very similarly, which I so appreciate.
Yes,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah, yeah, and I know you reference, angels
Yes.
pretty frequently. Are there specific angels that
Yes.
you work with?
I work with a lot of the archangels. Um, Michael, I work with a lot. Shamuel is one of my main angels that helps me work with healing people. And Raphael is also the healer angel. He is been around me my entire life. And Gabriel is actually um, the angel that helped me write my book.
Okay.
My first book, The Calling of My Soul. It was the most profound experience with Gabriel in writing that book. I feel like Gabriel just helped me keep my channel open. Um, but a lot of times it depends on the person that's around too. And um, it's very different depending on what that person needs or what the purpose is or um, what I'm working through at the time too. Sometimes I
Right.
need a little extra help to help other people. So it's so beautiful. I wish everybody could experience what we do with that.
I do too. I do
Hmm.
too. And a lot of people do step forward and experience it, and I so much appreciate it when they do. And I just want to say good morning to my friend Al, who just popped on. Good morning, Al. Thank you for being here. Um, the healing aspect is something that we are starting to, I feel, move into an era where people are really starting to understand it more, because we're moving out of the era, not completely, obviously, but, it's not just go to the man in the white coat and get a pill anymore, right?
No, no,
It's, people are starting to understand that they have to take responsibility for their own health, and that they have to take
yes.
responsibility for stepping up. And I'm not saying don't go to a doctor. I will never tell somebody that.
No, me neither. Me
You
neither.
know,
We're not that kind of healers.
no, no. Nope, I don't have a I mean, I do have I have several magic wands actually, but none of them have ever worked to heal somebody. So,
No.
um, there's that aspect too, where I feel like people like you and I are becoming more mainstream, so to speak, in
It
that other
is.
people are taking responsibility for their own health and their own well-being. And that's
Yes.
what we're here to do, is to help people do that,
Yes. And
especially after yeah.
you and I are two of the pioneers. Like we pioneered this movement.
Yes.
If you think about it, and I have goosebumps
Yeah,
saying this, but how many years ago when all of us were having little healing fairs that everybody made fun and nobody wanted to explore that, right? And we forged that path and we just kept moving
yes,
forward. We kept following what it is, and look where we all are now. Now it is mainstream, and
right.
now people that really, like, in the beginning, we are the brave souls that said, you know what, I don't care if people think I'm weird, I don't care if people think I'm possessed, I don't care what they think.
Right.
This is what I feel God wants me to do with my life. And
Mhm.
in that, here we are, it is switching, we're having a huge switch, and I see that so much now, especially um compared to 2 years ago when I just kind of took a break to heal myself, and then coming back into the game. It's like, um they're filming a documentary about me as a healer. Like that wouldn't
Yeah.
even happen 5 years ago. Like
No,
that wasn't a real thing. Like that was such a woo woo fake,
it was very
hokey pokey thing.
yeah, very rare.
And
Very rare.
now
Yeah,
we have Reiki healers in hospitals. We have, um, you have healers in hospice, and a lot of nurses and doctors are starting to realize that there is something to what we do. That
right.
there is something to it,
There
and it's
absolutely
beautiful.
is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're looking at things like acupuncture in, cancer wards. We're looking at things
Yes.
like, Reiki in veterans hospitals. We're looking at things like that, years ago would not have ever even been considered, you
No.
know? Keep that woo-woo crazy stuff away, but,
Yes. And now
when
healers are going to be the new heroes.
yes, yes, and it all starts with mindfulness. It
It
all
does.
starts with coming back to ourselves and going, "Yeah, I don't really wanna turn over my power to somebody else."
Yeah.
Especially somebody who spends, like, 15 minutes a month with me. Why would I turn all of that, a month, maybe a year, maybe every 6 months, whatever it is? We are no longer turning all of our power over to that. We're
No.
taking that into consideration with everything else, and I think that
Yep.
that's where it's really coming together more. And I know
Yes.
right now people are arguing the world is falling apart, blah, 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 blah.
Let it. It needs to.
It needs to,
It
yeah, but
needs to.
in the falling apart, there are things coming together.
Right. So that's the thing that people have to
Yeah,
keep their eye on is, yes, a lot of the old systems are crumbling. Yay, finally. But
yeah,
but it's it's a beautiful thing because now, and to add to what you're saying, also, like, COVID kind of started the path forward for people to come more holistic because doctors weren't available. So many
mhm,
people didn't have a choice. They had to be like, okay, this is weird, but I'm going to try it because I'm desperate. And then they're
right,
like, wow, I don't know if I can even go back to what I was doing. So, I think we need a
yeah.
good balance of both. I think there's a time and a place for regular medicine, and I
Oh,
think there's a time and a
absolutely.
place for holistic. And I really think it would be a beautiful world if we could all work together and understand that we all have a role.
Yeah, and I think that that's happening more often. I'm seeing
It
more of
is.
that.
I am
I am
too.
seeing more of that, yeah. And
I am
it's
too.
even in the psychotherapy field, it's not just the cut and dried, I read what Jung wrote, or I read what Freud wrote,
Right.
how many years ago, but it's evolving as well into the spirit, excuse me, into the spiritual, regardless of what your spiritual beliefs are. There's more of a spirituality now
There is.
involved in
Definitely.
mental health. Yeah.
It definitely is. And it's amazing because that was honestly, I'll never forget the day that I think it was like in 2010 when I became really good at my own mindfulness and my own spirituality and my own inner connection to my mental processes.
Mhm.
And because I became so good at that, and I became so good at moving energy and thoughts and beliefs through my own being, um, I went off of the stupid medicine that they had me on for depression, but I was never depressed. I just had
Okay.
a lot of trauma that it was built up, for so many years. And
Right.
I think everybody does. And so that they didn't know back then, it's like, well, I don't know what to do. So here's a pill. Well, that wasn't helpful for me. And when I went off that all those years ago and realized that I could control that on my own, it is such a powerful feeling to know that your health is in your own hands and you can make
Right.
your own choices. That a
Right.
lot of what we were told is not necessarily true.
And sometimes that choice is taking the pill for a while,
It
you know?
is. There's no
Yeah.
shame in that. There's no
Nope.
shame in it. It's a matter of you choosing what's best for you and what path you feel comfortable with.
Right. And as I mean, my title is spiritual advisor, so
Yes.
that's you people come to me for that, like, help me work this out, help me sort this out, because when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the thick of it, sorting out anything is nearly impossible.
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's really
incredibly
hard.
hard. Hmm.
Sometimes we need that outside influence to just go, okay, let's unpack this. Like you said
Yes,
earlier, bring your garbage, I'll help you unpack it.
absolutely.
And I also wanted to say, we're gonna get to your books in a minute, but I wanted to talk about how different types of healing kind of all
Yeah,
work the same, you know?
they do.
They all kind of work the same, whether it's a mediumship reading, whether it's, an energy session, energy healing session, or whatever. Um, Acupuncture, acupressure. There's so many different ways. Root cause therapy. Deidre is a root cause therapy practitioner. There are so many different avenues, but they all kind of work together because it's all about getting to, I need to take care of myself.
Yep. And
you
what's
know?
stopping me and blocking me from doing that?
Right. Right. And it always comes back to us, you
It
know?
does.
Okay, so it was difficult situations in the past. And I'm glazing over it saying difficult because you and I both know that it goes
Oh,
way deeper than that.
oh my
Um,
goodness. We don't have time for that on this show.
oh my God, no. It can go way deep. I mean, even into past lives,
Yep.
the trauma that we can carry
Yeah.
if we still are working something out from a different life, that can also come into play. And I think that when we're dealing with healing the spirit, it heals on so many levels our brains don't even comprehend.
No, we just don't. Our brains can't. A lot of it. We have to just
Yeah.
accept that, okay, I don't understand it, but I I know that it's good.
Yep. And understanding too that we're all a work in progress
We are.
or in process. I'm not sure which way that goes. Maybe
I
both.
think both. Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely think both. I think we're always learning and growing, and it's and the other thing too that is so beautiful is that I can't tell you how many times, and I'm sure you would agree, I can't tell you how many times I have had somebody's had a very just profound healing in a session with me, whether it's a reading or a hands-on healing, and I get the healing too because something also sparks in me that didn't realize I was, holding or whatever, and then I can feel it clear me as well.
Yes.
So that is, I mean, the process of that is just, I don't even have words for that, but I'm just beyond thankful for that because we get healed too.
We do. We do. And kind of the premise of Reiki is that, if my hands are on you and you're pulling energy, it's pulling through me, so I'm getting the healing too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
It's
really,
amazing.
it is. It is. And it's about connection. It's about
It
connecting
is.
with ourselves, with each other, with the universe, with the earth, and
Yes.
with the way that the earth is evolving right now, evolution isn't comfortable.
No, it's very uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
people still don't want to believe that's what's happening, and that's a big part of it is they think that we're just talking to, you know, to try to make sense of all the chaos and disorder and whatever's going on, but we're in a process of evolution right now, and people like me and you have been talking about this for 20 years. We
Yeah.
know we've followed the path, and um
Yes.
we help other people recognize it, and it's the solar flares alone in the last 2 weeks, um off the charts. Sunday
Yeah.
night, did you feel Sunday night?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my lord, I didn't know what was happening. I was like literally crawling out of my skin when I was trying to sleep. And then I
Yeah.
got up Monday morning and saw that what the solar flares were for the night. And I went, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We got hit with another one yesterday, and there's more coming. I just saw a
Oh,
post this morning about it. I follow space weather
yeah. It's a good
because
one to follow.
there is no woo-woo on space weather. They're like,
No.
"Nope, this is what's happening. This is what our telescopes are seeing." And then,
Yep.
2, 3, 4 days later, it hits us, and we're just like,
People don't know what to do, or, and that's the
yeah,
thing is a lot of people
yeah,
are unaware. I think that's a really important thing to get out there to
yeah.
educate people that, it's the earth is changing, the magnetic pole is changing. We are evolving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the Earth, we're evolving with the Earth. I was gonna
We
say it's
are.
evolving with us, but it's the other way around. We're
It
evolving
is.
with the Earth.
We are.
Yeah, and Gwen said the flares are throwing her off. Yeah, they've been throwing me off too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
incredible. Like, I think Monday they said um that was the biggest one in 20 years
Yep.
on record. So,
Yeah.
um, it's all part of our evolution process, and um I say let these systems crumble down to the ground. We need reform, and we need change, and that's the only way it's going to happen is we just let it unfold, and then we just stay in our own lane and just keep bringing goodness into the planet. Let people
Right.
do what they're going to do, and stay out of it. That's how I feel, and my opinion doesn't really matter, but I just feel like we need to stay connected to the light and keep helping people as they need us, and
And
just
everyone has a role to fill, you know?
exactly, and that's what.
Everyone has a role to fill, and,
Yeah.
um, just for my own health reasons, I'm not going to go out into a protest even if I felt like I was drawn to do that. Just too many people, too compact of a space, to deal with what I'm dealing with right now, but,
Mhm.
there's, for some people, that's their path. For
It
some people,
is.
yeah, for some people, it's getting involved in politics. For some people
Yep.
like us, it's like,
Staying out of it.
we're here to support,
Yep.
you know?
We don't take a side. We just try to support everybody through all of it.
Everyone needs the healing,
They
and,
do.
that the whole world is what's it's the earth is saying, "Please bring the healing." And so
Yes,
there are, I don't know, it's kind of a weird way to say it, but there are armies of us who are bringing the healing.
there is.
Yeah,
Isn't that
worldwide.
beautiful?
Yeah,
We're
it
like,
is absolutely beautiful.
I like to say that we are the Green Beret warriors, the heavenly Green Beret, boots on the ground,
Yeah.
because we are the boots on the ground, because we've had to endure our own wars. We've had to overcome our own nightmares. And I mean, I think about what my life was even 5 years ago, the life I was living, right? Just, running my business, running my empire, doing book signings. I mean, going all over the place. But yet I had a very unhealthy marriage, and living the life that I was living at that time, and then trying to maintain my spiritual connection. Um, the things that you have to overcome in order to fully fully be placed into the good life where everything comes back and is restored. But I
Right.
think about the process it took me from deciding this is not for me, this is not my life, this is not who I am. I am living in a false reality here. And I have to change it. I have to fix it. I have to do whatever it takes. And um, that came with so much of unlearning, relearning, and burning everything down to the ground. My business, I left my home. I literally left my home in a suitcase full of clothes.
Yeah.
I walked away from all of it. You know that, Christina.
Yeah.
I mean, you had talked to me when I was really going through the hard and thick of it because I was married to somebody in law enforcement and he knew how to make the laws work in his benefit.
Right.
Is I'm glad that I had to go through what I did now because I learned so much about myself and my own survival and who I truly am and the beliefs
Right.
that I held that held me captive, which I didn't even know. So here I am now in this powerful space after healing for 2 years and actually feeling clear and bright and my cab light is turned back on and I'm ready to serve again. And I'm looking at the world around me and I'm seeing all these people around me and all I can see is myself 3 years ago in most of
Yeah.
them. And I know that we all do. It's not just me, you, anyone that is a healer, we go through that stuff sometimes 2 or 3 years ahead of the
Yeah.
collective for a purpose. So now here I am healed and ready to serve and these people are at destitute.
Right.
So you can't
Yeah.
make that up.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can't, and I know that was all on purpose, all of it. And I'm thankful for that. I really am. Like I honestly, I don't hold any ill will. I see everything for what it is. Like you said, it was all roles. He was playing a role, I was playing a role.
Hmm.
That was my highest liberation I've ever been through in my life.
That's
So,
amazing. That's
yes.
amazing. A
Yes.
couple of things I want to say. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for coming in. She says she definitely agrees with what we were talking about here. And the other thing is, if you could just give us your website or how people
Sure.
can get a hold of you.
Sure. So my website is www.bluebutterflyhealing.net. Um, I have a Facebook page, which is Blue Butterfly Healing, and it has my face on it, so you'll be able to see that page. And I mean, I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram. Um, but if you go to my website, you should be able to connect with me. And in terms of booking an appointment or if there's something, the thing is if there's something specific that people need, just message me. My phone number is even on the website. You can text me for an appointment if you can't, you know, if you don't find what you're looking for, or because sometimes people will say, because I don't like labels. I can't stand it. And I feel like the more I evolve, the less I just can't stand labels. So I want to say I'm a healer. I do energy healing. Is it Reiki? Is it shaman healing? Is it any of the other ones? All the certificates we used to run around with back in the day to prove ourselves, right?
Right.
Those are
Right.
all can go in the trash. I don't need to want any of those. And so yes, it's Reiki to answer everyone's questions. Yes, it is, but it's my own version. So um basically with me you get energy healing and intuitive guidance and that's what we get in a session. So
Right.
whatever you need, I will customize.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And I think we all kind of get to that point, don't we? We
Yes.
get to that point where it's like, well, I've got all these certifications, I've done all this training, but the bottom line is it's you and me and we're going to connect and find an answer for you.
Yes.
That's
it's
what it boils down to.
it's me and you and God, and that's
Yep.
it. We're
Yep.
just in our bubble and the
Yep.
labels just don't matter anymore. We're past that.
Yeah.
I am so far past proving myself to anybody. I not interested. I don't participate in that anymore.
Yeah. I don't either.
No.
I don't either. Either you're drawn to me or you're not, and that's okay either way.
Yes. That's how I feel. I feel that God sends people to me that are meant to come to me. They're drawn to us for a reason. And you and I
Right.
see that when we're at shows together. You can
Yeah.
see the certain people that come to the booth. Were you at the one where um the little girl, this was a few years ago, there was a little girl that came to my booth. I think you were there. There was a little girl that came to my booth and with her mom, and she said she had had a dream of a blue butterfly. So, and they had a specific question they wanted answered by somebody who had gifts, and they wanted kind of like a psychic reading, of where this object was that they've been missing. And I told them, I was like, listen, I'm more of a healer. I bring through angelic or like heavenly guidance. But in terms of like finding objects and stuff, there's
Yeah.
other people here that are stronger in their gifts that way. And I actually sent them to your booth. I
Okay.
think they did end up getting a reading with you too. But they walked back to my booth and said, the little girl's like, no, it's the blue butterfly lady, mom. This is where we're gonna get our answer. And I was like, I can't promise you guys anything because I'm just telling you, there's other people here that, are better at that than me. But the little girl's like, nope, you are the one. So they sat down and I was like, okay, what are we,
Yeah.
what do you guys need? Well, they were looking for the mama's wedding ring. It was her mother's wedding ring that she had lost at Thanksgiving or something. She had it on and then she woke up and it was gone. Long story short, I was like, it's in your where your linens are, your linen closet. It's on the bottom and it's folded into a bed sheet. And she's like, seriously? I said, I'm telling you, that's where it is. I saw it. So so they leave, and an hour later they came back with the husband. Do you
I
remember
do
that?
remember that.
Do
Yeah.
you
As you're
remember that?
talking, it's coming back to me. Yeah.
Yes. And they were like, they had the wedding ring. And they're like, look, and the little girl's like, look, I knew the blue butterfly was the one. And I was like, oh my God. And Justin was like, Becky Jo. I'm like, I don't know. I
The
I
little
was
girl got the
surprised.
message. She just tuned into you. That's
She
awesome.
did. And that was so cool because that little girl was adamant. Because I was like, no, it's not me. It's not me. Go to Christina. Christina's, she's your girl. I don't look, I don't, I can do that, but my gifts are different.
Yeah.
But she was like, nope. This is it. And that's my case in point is like they go to who their soul brings them to when they walk in the door.
Absolutely. Yeah. Without a doubt. Yeah. I know I go to fairs and I can tell when my energy is off
Me
because
too.
nobody's coming to me.
Yes.
You know, I've
Yep.
been around forever and people know who I am
Yeah.
when I go to fairs. And if they're not coming to me, there's something wrong with my energy that day. Good morning,
Yep.
Annie. Yeah, Annie is another friend of mine that I see every once in a blue moon at an event. So,
Very cool.
yeah, yeah, cool lady. Um, yeah, so it is. I always know if my energy is off the way other people are responding to me if I'm not already aware of it.
Yes. I do notice that too. When you're open and ready and your energy's clear, you're busy all day. It's amazing
Yeah,
how that works. It's
it
so
really is.
magical. I love it.
Mm,
I love the life we live. We are so blessed.
we are. Good morning, Michael. Thank you for joining us. We are very blessed to be able to live this life for sure.
Yes.
Definitely. And, it's not like either one of us has been without our trials and tribulations. We've certainly, both of us, been through a lot that way,
Yes. Oh yeah.
We've
But
both
when
lost
you
key people in our lives and through
yes.
that grief path, and yeah, it's definitely, I mean, if you're looking for real people who can really help you, look for the people who've been through it, you know?
Yeah. Look for the
And
people who have actually lost their loved ones close to them tragically and
yes.
still can see the good and
Yes.
and everything.
Yeah. And that's not an easy thing to do, and we
God
both know
no.
that.
God no.
Both know that. Good morning, Jay. Thanks for being here. Um, I don't know how many of these people you know, but I just love all these people. They're just amazing. Um, I want to talk about your books.
Yeah.
So you already
That's
mentioned your first book.
yes.
How did that come about?
The first book came about, I mean, I have been writing since I was a very little girl. I love to write. It was part of my dreams and visions as a child. I wanted to be an author and a writer. And I had my book in my mind for a long time, and I knew I wanted to write about my life. I knew I wanted to write about my spiritual gifts and what I experienced as a kid, growing up in a Catholic home, and going through a lot of addiction, abuse, other people's addiction, not my own, in my life, and losing family members to addiction one by one by one. I got to a point in my journey where I knew it was time to just write the book, because for a couple reasons. One, because I want people to recognize, people that have spiritual gifts, I want them to recognize that they're not weird and they're not crazy and you're not alone.
Right.
And I know a lot of people have read my book and said, oh my God, now I understand myself a little better, because I was very raw, very honest. Um, and then the other thing is for people to read my story, know who I am now today. A lot of the stuff in my book, you wouldn't even know happened to me. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I didn't know you went through that much. And the irony is since the book was written, I've been through so much more. So,
Yeah.
so that was, I look at what's in the book. I'm like, oh, that's nothing compared to what I went through after I wrote the book. But in all honesty, it's really just, it's a journey from darkness to light, but always following God, listening to the voice of God. That I've always had a strong connection. I say God, I don't mean that in a religious sense.
Okay.
It's to me, it is the voice that has spoken to me my entire life, that told me to do good when I wanted to just be bad. Or um that kept help keep me on the right path and help me to see and understand who I am and why I am wired the way I am. And um I also have a very strong connection to Jesus, and I have my entire life. When I was a little girl, I would see him all the time. He would speak to me, and that's in the book as well. A lot of my experiences with Jesus as a child, and an adult. And he was actually the one that came to me when I had my big spiritual awakening in 2012 at Holy Hill, when I realized that I was being called to be a healer. And at the time, it was like, why in the hell would I be called? Why would they want me? Because I've made a lot of bad choices. But
Exactly.
that's
That's why.
exactly why. Yep. That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's amazing that when we look back at our path and we can fully see why we went through everything we went through, why we chose the careers we chose. Oh, like for me, I graduated high school, went to school for pharmacy. I was a CNA, worked in healthcare until I had my spiritual awakening, and then I started exploring the other side of healthcare. So it's just it all comes together. It's amazing how it
Yeah.
works. But yeah, the book
It
is just
is.
basically my journey of not believing in who I am, and then actually towards the end finally surrendering and saying, okay, I'm just going to take this healer's path, and people don't believe me, that's okay. But yourself, you have to overcome that a lot, especially with the religious programming. That for me, I had so much religious programming that I had to get over, that told me I would go to hell for having gifts, and that it was wrong and shameful. And
Yeah.
so that's a huge hurdle to get over,
It
to
is.
really truly believe that you are okay and you are doing God's work in this world. Like I said, as the Green Beret, we're the spiritual warriors.
We are. We absolutely
Mhm.
are. It's amazing how everything that we come up against, I was going to call it battles, but I don't know that it is. You know, I think it's how we approach it. If we approach it in a way that feels like a battle, then we're going to make a battle out of it. Um, are you still with us? Uh-oh, I think we might have lost her. Well, Lorena, I want to say thank you. Lorena said that I love watching these and learning so much from you and all of your guests. That's beautiful. Thank you, Lorena, so much. I'm going to give Becky a second here, see if we get her back. I saw something there. Anyway, so we're talking about healing and we're talking about what it takes to really heal ourselves and on multiple levels because all of us, I have not ever met one adult who hasn't had some sort of trauma. And by bringing in healing on multiple levels, we can overcome that trauma. We can help each other overcome that trauma. And that is what we're here to talk about today. I think we're going to wrap it up though, because I think that we have lost connection with our guest. Oh, nope, there she is.
I don't know what happened.
There she is. She's back. Woohoo.
I think we were doing too much energy talk.
I think you're right. Yeah, it happens a lot. And plus, more solar flares going on.
Yeah.
Surprise. Um,
Surprise!
and the Schumann resonance has been crazy. I don't know if you follow that too,
I
but
do.
yeah, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And
Mhm.
I'm working on getting a guest who actually understands that at a level that's really deep and can explain it. But
Oh,
yeah, it's an interesting topic. I struggle to understand it at that level.
me too.
It's a lot.
It's deep.
It is very, 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 very deep. Okay, so that was the first book. And how many do you have published now?
I have that, and then I have the 33-day healing journal that I
Okay.
published. So that's basically 33 days of you reflecting, writing down. Like I give prompts. You get a prayer, intention, and a prompt, and then a space to write. Um, People that have taken that course, so you can buy just the journal. Otherwise, I have 33 videos taped that
Okay.
come with it as like
That's
an online
amazing.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people have had given really good feedback with that because it's 33 days of you just intentionally going to places that you probably like. For example, one of the days is like talking about judgment. And a lot of times people are like, well, I'm not judgmental. I don't do that. But
If you're alive, you got some judgment going on.
yes. Yeah. So there's some of the pages that are like people are real resistant at first, but then when they read my prompts, they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So it's it's very it's very healing. It's just a nice self-care. And I did 33 days because that is one of my personal signs of Jesus is the number 3. And
Okay.
he he lived to 33. So I
Okay.
anything I can do to bring him into or his energy into everything that I do.
Yeah.
So 33 days of just every day just checking yourself. And
And how do people access that program
so
and journal?
that is on my website in the shop.
Okay.
So you can buy that on there. And then as soon as I get these other shops up, it'll be on Amazon and TikTok shop, Shopify, whole bunch of other ones too. But for right now, until I get those set up, um, on my website, bluebutterflyhealing.net.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And thank you for
Yes.
being here. This has
Yes.
been a really great discussion, and I know we've had some really wonderful people. There's not a lot of chat going on. That tells me people are actually listening.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yes, yes, appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to
Yes.
see you on the 14th.
I will see you on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely, sharing the love.
Yes.
And
Much love to
uh,
you.
and if anyone would like to book an appointment with me, you can do so through my website, KristinaBloom.com. Thank you, everyone, so much, and I will see you next week when my guest will be Matt Ganji. So, thank
Have
you
a
all.
wonderful day.
You too.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.